Hi friends, welcome to the channel JAIIB and CAIIB Made Simple. So if you are giving examination of Iibf Digital Banking Certification course, and if you are looking for previous year question, then you are at the right place, because in this particular video we are going to discuss some important questions which were memory based and asked in the examination. Not only I will provide you the correct answer, I will explain each and every concept, each and every option, so from each and every question you will be able to grasp 4 different concepts, and obviously they are going to help you in the upcoming examination. So make sure that you understand each and every point. First of all, try the question on your own. If you are unable to solve, then only listen to my words, listen to the explanation. So now let's get started. So you can see the first question on your screen. So the first question says that in the Aadhaar enabled payment system, or you call it AEPS, which of the following is the correct set of role played by different entities? Option A, bank act like ASA, UIDA act like a AUA, NPCI handle cash settlement only. B, bank act like AUA, NPCI act like ASA and KSA, UIDAI perform Aadhaar authentication. C, bank act like KSA, NPCI as AUA, UIDA at ASA. D, UIDAI act like the settlement agency, while NPCI handle biometric data directly. So these are the 4 options which has been presented before you. Which option do you think is correct? So let's see the option number A. Option number A says that bank act like ASA, UIDA at AUA, NPCI handle cash settlement only. See, this is incorrect. Why? Because bank are not ASA. ASA, you know what is the meaning of ASA? ASA means Authentication Service Agency, and that role is handled by NPCI, not banks. Also, UIDAI is not AUA, bank are AUA, and NPCI does much more than just settlement. So this option is wrong. What about option B? Yes, option B is the correct answer, because bank are AUA. What is the meaning of AUA? AUA means Authentication User Agency. What they do? They collect fingerprint, they collect biometric at the micro ATM and send the authentication request. That's why they are called Authentication User Agency. NPCI act like both ASA and KSA. ASA means it passes the request securely to UIDAI, and KSA means it help in Aadhaar based KYC. And if we talk about UIDAI, it does the actual matching of the Aadhaar number and the biometric and send bank yes or no. So this matches the real AEPS process. So option C says that bank as KSA, NPCI as AUA, UIDA at ASA. This is also wrong. Bank don't act like KSA. NPCI is not AUA. UIDA is definitely not ASA. So these roles are totally mixed up here. What about option D? UIDAI act like a settlement agency, while NPCI handles biometric data directly. So this is also incorrect. UIDAI never handles settlement. Its main job is only authentication. Settlement of money is done by NPCI. And importantly, NPCI does not store or handle biometric data directly. It just routed request. So this is not correct. So friends, the correct answer to this question is option number B. Bank as AUA, NPCI as ASA and KSA, and UIDAI perform Aadhaar authentication. So let's summarize the key point what I told you. Let's revise in simple points. Bank AUA, that means they collect customer biometric and send request. NPCI as ASA and KSA, right? As you can see, bank act like AUA, right? So why AUA? That is called Authentication User Agency, because they collect customer biometric and send the request, right? NPCI act like both ASA, that is Authentication Service Agency, and KYC Service Agency. They passes request to UIDAI plus help Aadhaar KYC. Then UIDAI, I told you, it does the actual Aadhaar authentication, right? So UIDAI does not do settlement, and NPCI does not keep biometric data. So remember these 3 words, very important. Now friends, let's look at the next question. Very good question it is. So the question says that which of the following statement correctly describe the *99 has USSD mobile banking services? Option number A, *99 has work only on a smartphone with internet and uses SMS for banking request. Option B, *99 has services offered exclusively by NPCI and limited to Hindi. Option C, *99 has the USSD based service available across multiple TSP and GSM provider coordinated by NPCI, supporting financial and non-financial services in multiple languages. Option D, *99 has required user to install a banking app before using the service. So tell me, which option do you think is correct? So if you look at the option number A is wrong, because the main beauty of *99 has is that it works even without internet. You don't need a smartphone, even a basic keypad phone is enough. And it does not use SMS, it uses USSD, which is like a quick hidden menu service from your telecom provider, right? What about option B? *99 has services offered exclusively by NPCI. So what do you think? This is also incorrect. This is also wrong, because NPCI coordinate the service, but it is not there. It is not them. Telecom service provider and bank are part of the system. It is not just in Hindi. It is available in 12 languages, including English, so that more people can use it easily. What about option C? Yes, option C is the correct answer. Let's break it down. It works on USSD, meaning no internet is required. It is available on major telecom network, so that people even in rural area with basic phone can use it. An NPCI act like a central coordinator to connect telecom company and the banks. So, and yes, it is available in 12 different languages to reach more user. What about option D? It says that it requires users to install a banking app. No app is required at all. That's the reason that this service was made, so that people without a smartphone or internet can still use the mobile banking. So the correct answer is option number C. So let me recapitulate the key points which we have covered. Let's quickly revise. I told you it work on a feature phone, no internet is required, support financial plus non-financial services, it run through USSD, star 99 has like hidden SIM menu, NPCI coordinate, but TSP and bank are also part of it, available in 12 languages, not only for a smartphone, not limited to Hindi, no app is required. And that is how a star 99 has USSD mobile banking work. You can think of it like a shortcut. You can think of it like a shortcut code on your phone that directly connect you to your bank even without internet. Now the question is, which of the following statement is best define financial mis-selling? Very good question it is. Option A, when a customer is offered the lowest interest rate product without documentation. Option B, when a customer is advised to invest in a high risk product knowingly. Option C, when a customer receives unsuitable advice, risks are not explained or lack key information, resulting in a product not suitable for them. Option D, when the customer refuses to buy a financial product even after repeated follow-up by the bank. Very good question. So let's look at option number A. Option number A is not correct. Offering a low interest rate is not mis-selling by itself. In fact, customers usually prefer lower interest rate. Mis-selling happens only when risk or important detail are hidden. For example, giving a loan at lower interest rate but hiding the high processing fee. That could be mis-selling. But just offering a low rate with proper disclosure is not mis-selling. What about option B? This is not always mis-selling. So friends, option number B says that when a customer is advised to invest in high risk product knowingly. So this is not always mis-selling. If the customer know that product is risky and still want to invest, it is their choice. So mis-selling happen only if the risks are not properly explained or the customer is misled into thinking that it is safe. For example, selling a high risk mutual fund to a retired person as if it is a fixed deposit. That is mis-selling. But if a young investor understands the risk and invest, it is fine. What about option C? Option C says when a customer receives unsuitable advice. Yes, this is the correct answer. Financial mis-selling is all about giving the wrong or incomplete advice. For example, selling a long-term insurance plan to a person who only wanted short-term coverage. Right? For example, not telling a customer that investment has lock-in period. For example, hiding the charge, penalties or risk. So this make the customer buy something not suitable for them, and that is called mis-selling. Yes, option number C is correct. What about D? D is completely wrong. If the customer refuses, it's their right. That is not mis-selling at all. It is simply no from the customer. So the correct answer is option number C. Let's quickly revise what I told you, that mis-selling means wrong advice, no risk explanation or incomplete information. For example, I told you selling high risk product as safe or hiding lock-in period. So option A say low rate loan is not mis-selling. Option B is wrong because high risk is okay if customer know it. Option D is wrong because customer refusal is not mis-selling. I hope this made financial mis-selling crystal clear for you. You can think of it simply as selling the wrong thing to the wrong person in the wrong way. Friends, if you are looking for courses for digital banking in the form of unit-wise theory, unit-wise MCQs and previous year question, you can enroll in our digital banking certification course program. Our app JAIIB and CAIIB made simple. You can WhatsApp me on the number 8292857381. I again repeat 8292857381. Right, I will provide you the course. This course has been helpful for many aspirants since the last years, and many have cracked the examination in their very first attempt, because whatever content we provide is complete coverage of the Macmillan book as per the syllabus prescribed by the Iibf. Now friends, let's see the third question. Third question is very good question. Question is related to which of the following statement correctly describe the OOH, out of home advertising. right? And its application in the banking industry. Option A say that OOH advertising is limited to digital media platform like Instagram and Pinterest. Option B say that sandwich men, skywriting, bus shelter are common example of OOH advertising. C say bank do not prefer using OOH due to its high cost and limited reach. Option D say OOH is ineffective for brand image creation and lack flexibility in design. So very good question. Which statement correctly describe it? See, first of all, let's see the option A. Option A is wrong because Instagram, Pinterest, and similar app, they are digital or social media platform. OOH means advertising you see outside your home, right? On the street, building, vehicle, public place. For example, billboard, hoarding, bus shelter. So digital platform does not fall under OOH. What about B? Yes, this is the correct answer. OOH include all those physical ad you come across outside, like a sandwich man, people wearing board in front and back while walking, right? Skywriting, like message written in the sky by airplane. Bus shelter, advertisement printed on the bus stop. So other example are poster, neon sign, wall painting, graffiti, big hoarding. Bank also love using this, especially hoarding and billboard, to grab customer attention quickly. Yes, this is the correct one. What about option C? So this is incorrect because in reality bank widely use OOH because it has huge reach. A billboard near a busy road is seen by thousands of people every day. Also compared to continuous digital ad, OOH is economical in the long run because one hoarding can stay there for weeks or months. What about option D? Option D is also wrong. OOH is actually very effective for creating a strong brand image because people see it repeatedly every day while traveling. Also, it is flexible in design. You can make creative poster, eye-catchy neon sign, even 3D billboard. So this statement is totally incorrect. So the correct answer is option number B. So let's revise quickly. I told you OOH means any ad outside your home like billboard, bus shelter, neon sign, poster. Bank use OOH widely for brand building and awareness. Why option A is incorrect? Because digital media is not OOH. Why option C is incorrect? Because bank do prefer OOH. It has wide reach and is economical. Why option D is incorrect? Because OOH is very effective and flexible in design. Just remember OOH means ad you see on the move outside your home. And that is how you can easily understand OOH advertising and why bank use it. I hope it helped. If it helped, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more such MCQ explanation. Now friends, let's look at a very important question which were asked in the examination, that the term baby boomer refers to which group of people? Option A, people born during the World War II. Option B, people born in the late 1960 to early 1980. Option C, people born from end of the World War II up to the year 1960. Option D, people born after the year 2000. Let's see option number A. Option number A is incorrect because baby boomer were not born during the war but after it. During World War II, birth rate were actually lower because family were struggling. The boom in the baby started only once the war ended. That's called baby boomer. Boom does not started during the war. So option A is wrong. What about B? B is also wrong because people born in the year 1960 to 1990, basically in this time frame, they are usually called Generation X. They came after the baby boomer. So this option does not match. So option C is the perfect one. This is the correct answer because after the World War II, which ended in 1945, there was a huge rise in the birth rate. Family were reuniting, economies were improving, and people felt hopeful again. So this period up to the early 1960 is called the baby boom. The people born during this time are called baby boomer. For example, someone born in between 1950 and 1955 is called baby boomer. What about option D? Option D, it is also incorrect because people born after the year 2000 are generally called Gen X, sometime post millennial. They are completely different from baby boomer. So the correct answer to this question is option number C, right? So let's revise quickly what we have discussed. I told you that baby boomer are born between 1945, which is the end of World War II, to early 1960. Option A is wrong because they were not born during the war. Option B is wrong because late 60 to 80 means Generation X, not boomer. And option D is wrong, which means after 2000 are called Gen X. Just remember, baby boomer means post-war big baby population. And that's it, friend. Now you will never confuse baby boomer with other generation. If you found this explanation easy, please hit that like button. Now friends, let's look at the next question, very important one. So the question says that which of the following statement is true about SFMS, Structured Financing Messaging System, and the ATM types? Option A say SFMS is used only for communication between different banks and has no intra-bank use. Option B say SFMS is modeled after Visa and is used for ATM transaction. Option C say on-site ATM are installed at the public place like mall and petrol pump. Option D say SFMS is modeled after SWIFT and supports secure communication both within and between the banks. So wait, tell me which one is correct. So let's go through each and every option. First of all, let's see the option number A. Option A is wrong. Why? Because SFMS is not just for message between bank. It also work inside a bank. For example, imagine SBI has branches all over India. If the head office want to send a secure financing message to one of its branch, it can use SFMS. So it is used for intra-bank as well as inter-bank communication. Yes, right. So only for communication between different banks, this is wrong. What about B? B is also wrong because Visa is a card payment network, right? Not a messaging system. SFMS is actually modeled after SWIFT, which is used worldwide. SWIFT is used worldwide for secure bank-to-bank messaging. So ATM transactions are not handled by SFMS. What about option C? Option C is also incorrect because on-site ATM are those ATM which are located within or just outside a bank branch. For example, if you go to an SBI branch and see an ATM in the same building, that is called on-site ATM. The ATM at the mall, airport, petrol pump, they are called off-site ATM. What about option D? Option D is the right answer. It was launched in the year 2001. SFMS work like the Indian version of SWIFT. It ensures secure, reliable, and standardized messaging for financial transaction, whether it is within one bank or between different banks. So let's summarize the key point which we have just covered. I told you SFMS is the Indian version of SWIFT. It ensures secure messaging system. Full form is a structured financing messaging system. It works for both intra-bank and inter-bank communication. Intra-bank means within bank, inter-bank means between bank. It is not related to Visa or ATM. And I told you that on-site ATM means they are at the bank branches, and off-site ATM they are public places like mall or petrol pump. So friend, remember this: whenever you see SFMS, just think of it as India's SWIFT, Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication. It is used for secure bank messaging, and don't get confused between on-site and off-site ATM. Easy, right? If you like this explanation, do share and subscribe for more simple breakdown of tricky exam question. Now friends, very good question it is. What does DDA method in EMB card? DDA called Dynamic Data Authentication Method. So what does the DDA method in EMB card involve? Option A say verifying card content using a static key without referring to the issuer switch. Option B say verifying the card offline using only the card private key. Option C say verifying the card by referring to the issuer switch for dynamic authentication during an online transaction. Option D say allowing both issuer level and switch level authentication for online and offline payment. So first of all, option A, if we talk about option A, that is actually describing SDA. SDA is called static data authentication. In SDA, the card data is fixed. It does not change. For example, think of it like a visiting card. Once printed, the information remains the same. Anyone can copy it. So this is not DDA, this is SDA. What about option B? Option B is this sound like SDA. Here the verification happen offline and does not involve live communication with the bank. That means if someone copies the card, the system cannot detect it easily. So again, not correct for DDA. Option C, now this one is the correct one. DDM is dynamic data authentication. It always happen online. This card is checked in real time with the issuer switch. Think of it like a WhatsApp OTP verification. Every time you log in, you get a new OTP, which make it very hard to copy or cheat. Similarly in DDA, each transaction uses dynamic data, making it much more secure. What about option D? This is actually CDA, Combined Data Authentication. It combines the feature of both SDA and DDA, but the question is only about DDA, so this one is incorrect. So let's summarize the key point. We have talked about three types of authentication. One is called SDA, Static Data Authentication, which is offline, static data, easier to clone. Then we talk about DDA, which is online, real-time data verification with issuer switch, dynamic and much secure. And lastly, we talk about CDA. CDA is Combined Data Authentication, which is combination of both SDA and DDA. So friends, remember, whenever you see the word dynamic in DDA, just think of dynamic OTP style verification, which means online, which means secure. Right, that's it for this question. I hope you find the explanation useful. Now the next question is very good question, that what define, friends, next question is what best define a closed loop prepaid card. So options are: option A prepaid card that can be used anywhere, Visa or MasterCard is accepted. Option B, a prepaid card that issued by a merchant, usable only at that merchant outlet. Option C, a prepaid card issued by bank with reloadable feature. Option D, a prepaid card issued by multiple merchant in a specific region. So which option do you think is correct regarding a closed loop prepaid card? If you see option number A, so option number A is actually describing an open loop card, not a closed loop one. For example, if you buy a prepaid card with the Visa logo, you can use it at any shop that accepts Visa, be it restaurant, online shopping, or even ATM. So option A is wrong because it is talking about open loop card. What about option B? Option B is the correct answer. Why? Because a closed loop prepaid card is issued by one specific merchant and can only be used at that merchant store. For example, take the case of Amazon gift card. You can only use it on Amazon, not Flipkart, not Myntra, right? Similarly, a Starbucks card can only work on a Starbucks outlet. So that is why they are called closed loop, right? Because they are basically, but the keyword closed loop is missing here. So option C is not correct. What about option D? That is actually describing semi-closed or semi-open loop card, like Sodexo meal card or payment gift card. They can be used at a wider network of merchant, but only within that network, not everywhere. So option D is also wrong in this case. So let's summarize the key point. So I told you that closed loop prepaid card are usable only at the merchant who issued them, like a Starbucks card, right? That is called closed loop prepaid card. Open loop prepaid card, they can be used anywhere. Visa, MasterCard, RuPay is accepted. For example, Visa gift card, that is called open loop prepaid card. Fine. Then reloadable prepaid card. Reloadable prepaid card can be topped up with more money, but not necessarily closed loop. And semi-closed loop card, they are accepted by multiple merchant but still within a limited network, like Sodexo. So friends, the correct answer to this question is option number B, right? Because closed loop prepaid card are merchant issued and can be issued only at that merchant outlet. They can be used only at that merchant outlet. Remember the simple formula: closed means restricted, open means anywhere. I hope this makes the concept crystal clear to you. Now friends, the next question is, what is the major security drawback of the SMS based mobile banking? Right, options are, option A is the SMS banking are always delayed in delivery. Option B, SMS channel are not end-to-end encrypted, making them vulnerable to interception. Option C, SMS banking require a smartphone with internet access. Option D, SMS banking cannot be used for balance inquiry. So what do you think? Option A, SMS banking are always delayed in delivery. Is this true? Not really. Yes, sometimes SMS get delayed if the network is poor, but that is not the main security issue. Delay is an inconvenience, but it does not really make banking unsafe. So this option is not correct. What about option B? Option B is the right one. SMS travel through mobile network in plain text, which means anyone with the right tool or hacker can read it if they intercept it. Imagine you are sending a postcard without an envelope. Anyone handling it can read the message. That is how SMS work. It is not locked, it is not encrypted. That is why SMS OTP can be stolen in attack like SMS SIM swap and network spoofing. So this is the biggest risk, right? This is the biggest risk. What about option C? Option C is wrong. Why option C is wrong? Because SMS banking is popular because it works even without internet. Even an old style feature phone can send or receive banking SMS. So this is not a drawback. It says that SMS banking requires a smartphone with internet access. No, that is wrong. What about option D? Option D is also wrong. SMS banking is mainly used for simple things like checking your balance, getting mini statement, or receiving OTP. So balance inquiry is actually one of its most common uses. So let's summarize the key point what we have discussed. SMS banking biggest weakness is that it is not encrypted, so message can be intercepted. Delay, which is option number A. If you look at the option number, it's about delay. Delay is just inconvenience, not a security risk. Internet or smartphone are not required for SMS banking, and balance inquiry is very much possible. So the correct answer to this question is option number B. Now friends, let's look at the next question. The next question is, what is the correct term for an attack where a seemingly legitimate email, once opened, install malware and steal the sensitive data? Cyber mugging, phishing, scareware, ransom. So what do you think about cyber mugging? That sounds scary, right? But honestly, cyber mugging is not a real term in cybersecurity. It is called digital pickpocketing. It sounds cool, but technically does not exist. So this option is just here to confuse you. What about B, phishing? Yes, this is the correct one. Phishing is when attackers send you an email or message that look genuine, like it is from your bank or maybe an online shopping site. But once you click on the link or open the attachment, it secretly installs malware or steal your login detail. For example, imagine that you get an email saying that your bank account is locked. Click here to unlock. Scareware is different, Scareware work by scaring you with the fake alert. For example, suppose you are browsing the internet and suddenly a pop-up say your computer is infected. Download this antivirus now. So that is a scareware. This antivirus is fake, and if you install it, the hacker gain the access. So scareware rely on fear tactics, not email that look real. What about ransomware? Ransomware is a type of malware that lock or encrypt your file and then demand money, usually in cryptocurrency, to unlock them. For example, take the case of hospital computer system get affected and all the patent data become unreadable until they pay ransom. But here the key is ransomware is often delivered through phishing email, but it is not the phishing attack itself. So let's summarize. Cyber mugging is not a real cybersecurity team. Then we talk about phishing. Phishing means fake looking email trick you into giving away information or installing malware. Scareware uses fear with fake alert to make you install malware, and ransomware lock your file and demand ransom. Right? So the correct answer is phishing because it directly describes the attack where a fake email install malware and steal the data. Now friends, the next question is who provide cash in the case of brown level ATM. Very good question it is. Option A, third party operator. Option B, Reserve Bank of India. Option C, a sponsoring bank. Option D, NPCI. What do you think? See, a brown level ATM is like a rented ATM. Imagine a bank does not want to spend money on buying ATM machine and maintaining them, so it takes the help of a third party company. This company provide the machine, take care of electricity, take care of maintenance and space. But very important, the cash inside that ATM always come from the bank itself. That is why a sponsoring bank provide the cash. What is option A? Third party operator. See, the operator give the ATM machine, right, maintain it and keep it running, but they do not put cash inside. Only the bank is allowed to do that. So option A is wrong. What about option B? Option B say RBI. See, RBI manages monetary policy, print money, regulate bank, but RBI does not physically fill cash into ATM. That is always the responsibility of bank. Yes, option C is the correct one. A sponsoring bank. This is the bank whose name, whose brand is on ATM. It provides cash and take care of the network connectivity. What about option D, NPCI? NPCI, National Payment Corporation of India, run the payment system like UPI, RuPay, IMPS. It has nothing to do with filling cash in ATM. So remember, brown level ATM is hardware and maintenance by third party, cash by a sponsoring bank. Third party only manage machine, not money.